What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here, and it's time for another resort review. This is the video series where we go to a brand new ski resort, we absolutely rip it, we explore it, we see what it has to offer, then we're gonna come back here, and then I'm gonna give the resort a score from 0 to 100. The way we're gonna get that score is by going through 10 categories, each category getting a rank from 0 to 10. 0 is not applicable, meaning it doesn't have it at all. 1 is terrible, 5 is average, and 10 is best in the world. So after we get that score, I will tell you who this resort is really for, because sometimes a resort can get a horrible score, but it's meant for beginners or experts or intermediate people. So we gotta know who the resort is for, as well as we're gonna rank it so we can throw it on a resort map and everything like that. Now smash the like button, let's jump into today's video, Mammoth Mountain in California. Now Mammoth Mountain has an elevation of 11,053 feet, a vertical drop of 3,100 feet, 3,500 skiable acres, and it gets on average of 400 inches of snow a season. Mammoth is massive and gets a lot of snow. So how expensive is it to ride at Mammoth Mountain? Well, let's jump into our first category, lift prices, and coming in at $179 for the day. That's actually pretty average for a resort of this size and caliber. $179 is kind of the industry standard at this moment, as well as it is on the Icon Pass. So when it came to lift prices, I gave them a 5, an average for the lift price. Now lodging, we want to do ski in, ski out. We want to do fancy, kind of in the middle. Who cares? They have it all. Literally everything you can think or imagine for lodging, Mammoth Mountain has it. So I give them a 10 when it comes to lodging. Now, ease of access, how easy is it to get to Mammoth? And it's not easy at all. With a little over a 3-hour drive, we flew into Reno, Nevada. That's gonna be your closest drive to Mammoth, which blows my mind because that's how you get to Tahoe. But yeah, so you would fly into Reno, you got over a 3-hour drive, or if you live in LA or you flew into LA, you're looking at about over a 6-hour drive just to get to this mountain. Unless you're fancy, I mean, you could be if you're going to Mammoth, you could fly to Mammoth, but the average person will not be doing that. So once again, Reno, Nevada is your closest, and it's not easy to get there. That's a long drive after a long flight to get to a ski resort. So when it came to ease of access, I gave them a 3 on the ease of access. Now I know you guys know I went to Mammoth. It's incredible, but if you want to know why we are going to every resort in the United States, it's because we have a goal to ride every resort in the United States. And you guys can track my progress by going to resortskimaps.com. It's a map of every resort in the United States. All of the green ones are the resorts that we have been to. You can click on them and watch the videos there. And if you click any of the red ones, nothing's gonna pop up because we haven't been there yet. So if you go click the top right-hand corner of the resort map, you will get our schedule for the upcoming season. So you can take time off of work or just make sure you're gonna show up to the resort at the same time we're gonna be there. Now that could always change, but that is our schedule for the upcoming season, and then we get to rip with you guys, which is incredible. So check out resortskimaps.com. It is literally the coolest thing in skiing and snowboarding on the internet. Just being able to check out every resort in the US, every resort in the world. You can even sort it by epic and icon. It's literally insane. Resortskimaps.com. Check it out. Now lifts, we gotta get up the mountain, we gotta shred it, and they have 25 options for you to get up the mountain, coming from gondolas. They count one gondola twice, by the way, which is a little weird, and just fancy chairlifts from detachables to 2-seaters. They have literally everything to get you up the mountain at Mammoth. So I gave them a 9 when it comes to chairlifts. They don't have a tram. Now runs, we got up, we gotta get down, and literally you could ride the gnarliest of the gnarliest. You could ride trees, you could ride groomers, you could ride the bunny hill. You have so many options. With 150 trails, Mammoth has every option, bowls, bumps. I don't ski bumps, but there's bumps. So I gave them a 10 when it comes to runs. They literally have everything for you there. Now Terrain Park, you know I love the park. This is actually why I love to go to Mammoth in the springtime. They have an incredible springtime park. They have massive jumps. Literally the biggest jump I've ever seen in my life was at Mammoth, as well as they have a super pipe, just fun parks, good jumps. Literally everything there is insane. So Mammoth gets a 10 when it comes to parks. They also have like 4 different parks in the mid-season, like all spread out through the mountain. It's sick. Now, if you're enjoying this content and you want everyone to know you're a part of Team Buckhouse, or if you want to help us go to all these ski resorts in the United States, it does cost money to fly, to travel, to go rip and everything like that. We do have Evolution stickers that you can throw on the side of your helmet, let everyone know you are a part of Team Buckhouse. We do have a ski version for all the skiers out there. Any of our merch, like the hats, the shirts, you know, any of it, guys, it's all linked down below. If you do snag any of my merch, just tag me on my Instagram. I'll give you guys gear and sticker shoutouts in the vlogs. Now, food, we're gonna get hungry. We're gonna wanna eat on the mountain. And when it comes to food, you have options all over the place, all different types of base areas There's different types of food, fancy food to typical lodge ski resort food. So I gave them a 10 once again when it came to food. We got a lot of 10s coming out, but it's Mammoth, guys. Now views and scenery, how sick is it at Mammoth? How does it feel? And it's actually an insanely sick place to ride. Two things that stood out to me for the views is underneath the gondolas, like this massive canyon that you can ride through. It feels really cool, looks really cool, as well as the minarets on the left. They're like the crown looking mountains. They look awesome, but they don't have Alaska views. So I give them an 8 when it comes to views and scenery. It's sick, but the skier's right side of it, that's the 2% that's missing. Now employees, we don't cover snow conditions because it varies, you know, West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, you're gonna get different types of snow all over where you go, as well as time of season really dictates that. But employees, you can have an employee absolutely ruin your day on the mountain. We had that at Keystone. You can check out the Keystone incident right here. You can also have employees absolutely make your day on the mountain, like I had at Mammoth. So what happened was I hit a box, blew out my edge, ruined my snowboard. It's trash, it ruined the snowboard. But I went into the Unbound crew. Those dudes took care of me. They wrote me a check for the entire amount of my snowboard because it was their fault. They took care of me, literally like a worst case scenario. They took care of it, not a problem. Thank you so much, Mammoth. You guys get a 10 for employees. Those dudes were super nice, handled it, and as well as we hired Nate to work with us. That's Nate. And he worked for Mammoth, so gotta give him a 10 for employees, but yeah, that Unbound situation, those dudes were awesome, they took care of me. Now the last category, the would I go back factor, because if I want to go back to a ski resort, why would I recommend it to you guys? And of course I'm going back to Mammoth. It was amazing, it's always amazing, the park's amazing, the mountain's amazing. A 10 on the would I go back, it's so good. Now before I tell you the score from 0 to 100, make sure you guys check out the Resort View playlist to see how other resorts compared to Mammoth, you know, like the big ones like Jackson and Keystone and Bracken Vale. So check out the Resort View playlist or go to resortskimaps.com. We have a list of every single resort score so you can see how the resorts near you got scored or your resort, everything like that. So once again, resortskimaps.com. Okay, so Mammoth, out of a score of 100, they got a subscribe, an 85, which is, at this time of recording, our highest score yet. 85, well above average. This resort stands out far in between. You would have an amazing time there at Mammoth. So who is Mammoth for? Not only is it for everybody, but it's specifically for people that want to ride big, awesome, gnarly bowls, steep terrain, as well as the park shredders, like the best in the world come to train at Mammoth Mountain. It's incredible. So with that, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with me today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you tomorrow in another video. It is daily on this snowboard channel.